All right, welcome to Friday's Firm. We're having bourbon again today. By the way, that's the name of our firm back here. You can kind of see it if we all duck. So anyway, look, check us out if you haven't had an opportunity to do that. So today we're doing Old Forester, but we're doing a series of Old Forester, right?
Yeah. They have what they call the Whiskey Row series. There's 4 of them. And these were to celebrate Old Forester going back down onto Main Street, which is Whiskey Row in downtown Louisville. They are, let's see, there's the 1870, the 1897, the 1910, the 1920. Each one of them has something unique about it. And if I'm getting this wrong, because there's not a lot of information, the 1870 is when they originally bottled bourbon down at the original location on Whiskey Row. Hence the name. So this is supposed to be the original recipe from, 150 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, cool. And you've had it, right?
I have not had this one, no.
Have you had it?
I've not had it, no.
Okay.
I've had the 1910, I believe it was,
Yeah.
which I liked, but I've not had I have not had the entire series of the Whiskey Row series.
Yeah. And so what's the point behind like 1870, the 1910? What's the significance behind the years?
I may be getting this wrong, but my understanding is, okay, so the 1870s when they started.
Yeah.
The 1897 is the first time that they released their Bottled in Bond after the Bottled in Bond Act was passed. Then the 1910, I don't know what the significance on that one is. We'll find out before we do that episode.
Okay.
And then the 1920 that was Prohibition.
Yeah.
So that was their medicinal bourbon, quote unquote medicinal, that you had to get a prescription for. So
Okay.
Ironically, we still use it
we still use it for the same purpose.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, we'll try it and let you know what we think about it. I have had several Old Foresters over the years. I mean, typically that's you go in. I've got a buddy of mine. That's kind of his go-to, right? He just you walk in there and he's got it all over. You know, he's several different types, but he's got it there, and that's kind of his go-to. Never been my go-to, but I like it. But it's never been my kind of go-to.
When I got into bourbon years and years ago, I just the regular Old Forester was always explained to me as kind of like a poor man's Woodford.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So same kind of flavor. Similar flavor profile anyway, not quite as good as Woodford, but I've always got usually a handle of Old Folk in my house, just for mixers and things like that. It looks great in a
You know what? I'm a fan of Old Forester because of the price points. Now they have some much higher price point stuff, but I thought the Whiskey Row series would be fun because we've kind of gotten away from that $40 to $50 price point that we had originally wanted to do, and we've done some higher stuff and some stuff that's hard to find. You can find all 4 of these on every liquor store shelf in this area.
Yeah.
And this one I think this is the cheapest of the 4, and it's $45. So it's right there in that kind of sweet spot on price. So.
Yep. Wow, it is like sweet.
It smells sweet.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, it is. Wow,
It is
that is
really
super sweet. Yeah. Not in a bad way.
No,
it's
not.
But it is really sweet.
It almost tastes like it's
smooth.
It's very smooth. But if had somebody just said, "Hey, try this," and I didn't have the bottle sitting there and weren't testing it, I would have said that somebody put some kind of sweetener in it. You know what I mean? Like it's just really sweet. Again, not bad, just sweet.
No, it's actually very good. There's virtually no burn. Eric said it. Now it's 90 proof. This is not smoking hot.
It's got a smell to it that it's reminding me of something, but I can't put my finger on. But there's a distinct smell to it that's different than it.
I know what you're saying. I don't know what that is either.
I don't want to say wallpaper because that's not what I'm thinking about. No, I'm serious.
I don't know where you got that one.
Yeah,
that's probably not a good
field.
representation. I'm enjoying this more than one.
No, it's good. I'm just saying the smell is like it's like. No, I can't think of it.
Yeah, it's reminding me of something, but I don't know what it is either. But this is surprisingly good. This is one, we actually just dawned on me, we forgot to get some ice out and put it out here to try it. No. I wouldn't want to put any ice in this.
You don't need it.
Because it's only 90 proof. I think you'd water it down too much.
Yeah, but again, I agree. But still, you go back to tasting it neat.
Yeah, trying to be consistent.
With ice, and I think Miss Producer.
Miss Producer just made a beeline for it.
Run grab some ice. But it certainly does change the flavor profile when you put ice into it. So it might be. I don't know that it certainly wouldn't.
It doesn't need to be cut.
No, it really
No, it
doesn't. No.
And that this is so mild. This could very easily be an everyday drinker for some people.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, and it's not dirt cheap. We did the Old Forester rye, just their basic rye. We did that probably a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And that's like $22 a bottle, so less than half of what this one is. But thank you. But the whole point of that one was it's a good daily drinker. It was a good mixer, and it was fairly cheap. This one's not quite as cheap, but I could easily say that would be kind of the standard.
Yeah, no, it's I can't put the. I just, for whatever reason, I can't put.
With sticking, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I can't put the smell to anything, but I say wallpaper. It
I don't know
certainly
where you came up
doesn't.
with that one.
It doesn't taste like wallpaper, that's for sure. It's actually really good, but
See, I'm afraid that this is going to water this down a little bit too much,
No.
and I'm not going to like it as much.
yeah, maybe. I mean, we've had a few in here that've been like
We
that.
have that, but they've been a whole lot better when you cut them a little bit. So.
And I tell you, if you're just kind of tuning into the show, I mean, we of course we do one every week, but what's interesting is we always try them neat, and then we try them with an ice cube. Now, there's other ways to try it too. You can put Cold Stones in there and things like
Yep.
that, where it'll chill it, but
not water it
but
down.
not
yeah.
water it down. You can take a little bit of water and water it down without chilling it. So there's many different ways to do it. We just happen to pick these two ways, and but it will change the flavoring. And so we've had a few that we like neat that we put a cube in there. We didn't like it, and then we've had a few that were vice versa.
Yep.
And so it's just that's the cool thing about it. When you get a new bourbon, you ought to try several different
Try
ways.
it a couple different ways at
Yeah, and
least.
see how you like it.
And I'm going to be real honest. This is a whole lot better than I thought it would be after I put an ice cube in it. I still like it better neat, but I thought that this would just kill it, and it didn't. The flavor's still coming through. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's a little. It did take a little bit of the
Yeah.
bite away, although there wasn't much.
There
at
wasn't
all.
much, right?
But no, it's good.
Yeah, this is almost too smooth.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
smooth.
It's slightly too watered down.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't put ice in
I
it.
would not recommend it, but I wouldn't hesitate to buy this again and just drink it neat.
Yeah, and this one might be one that would be interesting if you just put the Cold Stones in there, just to chill it a
That's a
little
great
bit.
idea. Yeah.
Without watering it down. That way you still get all the the intense flavoring up front. So it's good.
I tell you what I would not do. I don't think I would put this in any cocktails. Because it's, most cocktails kind of sweeten things up a little bit
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
And this is so sweet already.
Yeah.
I think it would ruin the cocktail by putting that in there.
Yeah, it would. Yep. All right, you want to rate it?
Yeah, I'll give this, I would only drink this neat, but I'll give this a good 7 because it's just pleasant.
Yeah.
And that's a nice bourbon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I probably would do an 8, only because I like my bourbon neat, and I thought it was good.
Yep.
And for the price point, you can't beat it. And this, like you said, this could be an everyday,
really
bourbon. Not that we're not promoting you drink every day. Let's just be upfront about
Little
that.
disclaimer there.
We're just saying when you've had like last night or 2 nights ago, my girlfriend and I, we had kind of a rough day, and I texted her and I was like, I'm stopping by the liquor store on the way home. You want anything? And she was like, well, I was going to do it on my way home too. So, but anyway, we wind up having a couple cocktails. But anyway, so if you have one of those kind of days, this would be kind of a go-to, right? It might be good. So go ahead.
I was thinking 7 or 8 too. It's really because of the price point, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of bourbons. You get to the $70, $80, $90 range. They're great, but are they that much
They're not
better than
$90
something you
great,
can get
yeah.
it at a $40, $50 price range? This is a really good bourbon, especially for the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is something that I could easily have in my bar on a regular rotation. It's smooth. This is nice.
And something just kind of hit me while we were talking. This would be really good. We're getting into fall. We're getting into all the festivals, and now's a great time to sit out at night because it gets cool around the fire. This would be a great bourbon to drink around the campfire. You know what I mean? It's just sweet enough and it's not too harsh. Yeah, that might happen tonight when I get home from the festival.
I could even judge it.
Hence the uniform. I got to go to a festival tonight and work a booth.
Yeah, well, something especially too if I'm going to keep it at my house is something that my wife might actually drink too. So
yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's not going to burn too much. It'll go down pretty smooth, and she will like this one.
So there's a good representation for it. Miss Producer, what's the verdict over there?
Yeah, it's good.
She likes it.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, no shimmy shake over there.
No,
So
it burned in my nose a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of made me tear up. But
In your nose, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went straight to my nose. It's weird.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
All right.
no burn. It was
Yeah, I
just
didn't-
smooth.
yeah, I didn't either. I didn't
I like
either.
this. I see this one happening again.
On the show? Or
No,
just
not on
in
the
real
show,
life?
but in
Oh,
real life. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
This is going to be enjoyed.
Yeah, and just for those that are viewing that maybe live around Louisville, they're just kind of tuning in. Chris, why don't you tell them about what we do or what you guys do? Was it every second Tuesday or whatever?
It's
I'll let you
the
tell.
second Thursday of every
Oh, yeah.
month, so it was actually last night.
Yeah.
We do a bourbon night here in our office. It is anybody is welcome. The whole idea is to try different things. Last night we had about 30 people. We probably had 40 different bourbons on the table. We have a reigning champion when it comes to that is the nastiest stuff I've ever had in my life. We also, we always vote on what's the best one that week, and we've got one that's just rock star, but it's pricey. And then we always have a biggest surprise last night, one that we'll never review on the show. Somebody went to Costco and got the Kirkland brand, so that's their in-house brand, bottled in bond bourbon. If you look on the bottle, it's made by Barton 1792. It was like $27 for a full liter, and it was absolutely wonderful. For that price,
Wow.
yes, please. I want to go get a Costco membership so that I can go over and buy that. But yeah, please come out. Second Thursday of every month, 12 months out of the year, 6:30 in the evening till 8:30.
Yeah.
And it's a great time to just sit around and enjoy each other's company and talk about bourbon and try different things.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, so that's it for another week. Make sure you tune in each and every week to this show, which is not properly titled, but we're using that title for now until we come up with something.
I think we're stuck with Fridays at the Firm.
A little bit more catchy. Well, yeah, but we may come up with something a little bit more catchy. But anyway, that's it for another this week. Next week, of course, this week we're doing Old Forester, and I think Miss Producer's probably going to throw that up there when she goes to the editing floor. But next week is
the 1897 from the same series.
1897.
The bottled and bond.
The bottled and bond one, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's next week. We also do two other we actually have one other podcast, which is called The Money Puzzle. We get that out every week. I believe Eric and Aaron, our other partner, Aaron McAndrew, did the show last week, right? And
I think we're on the one that just dropped. Yep.
Yeah, one of the ones that, and I think you guys did the one prior to that too. So a couple weeks in a row. Anyway, a couple weeks in a row. But anyway, those come out every week as well. So you can find us Miss Producer's going to put that information up there. Now somebody's calling him. It's probably a lead.
Phone set on stun.
It's a client. He's got to go take this call. But no, and then we also have a TV show that comes out every Saturday morning, 10:30 on WHAS, our channel 11 affiliate. Thank you, here in Louisville. And that's a really cool show. We actually have. I think this is coming out next. Is it coming out this week or next week?
No, it's this week.
This week. This show. This particular.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's coming out next week.
It'll come out next week.
Yeah. Okay. We'll drop this. What we're recording now, we'll drop next week. Make sure you tune in because we actually have a new show. We've had a couple of repeats the last several weeks, but Chris and I went out and shot those series, so we'll have new shows coming out. So make sure you tune into that, and I will let Eric sign us off for another week.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying our content, whether it's burgers and bourbon or whatever we're going to name it in the future because we're just too lazy to do it so far. Or if you're watching the Money Puzzle, if anybody that you think might benefit from either or any of our content that we're putting out, please feel free to share it, post it on social. We greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or want to schedule a meeting to meet with us in person here at Family Wealth Planning, which is our day job. We're not bourbon reviewers by trade. It's just something to kill the time on Friday afternoons. Was it 502-200-5210 or go to our website. You can schedule a call directly from there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.